All right, and I guess before I go to bed, I just want to document a few more. One more thing. I haven't done very many Michael Jordan things as of late. I mean, he is literally on my feed or my whatever you call it. He maybe it's because I researched him a long time ago, but literally there is always some dumb article about Michael Jordan. There was one about his daughter's shoes or something. I can't even remember what it was, but just today one of the higher up ones in my little feed on Yahoo was Michael Jordan stars as an unholy demon in the new NBA 2K16. And I've talked about all the Space Jam and the Space Jam or whatever, how it ties into 106 and 922. Just tons of stuff with Michael Jordan. Like, they foreshadowed Michael Jordan like crazy. But anyway, first off, let's just look at this video here. So, why they talk about Michael Jordan in this video? They actually have other demons or the other famous players like whatever. They have Steph Curry or whatever. He's a demon, but Michael Jordan's like the leader of them all.
Ghosts are all around us.
And here's the video. I'm probably going to skip over some of it. It's not really that spectacular. Just want to prove that they're showing him as like some crazy demon. So whatever, this guy dribbles the ball, blah, blah, blah. So James Harden is a demon. Michael Jordan is the bull god. I mean, are you kidding me? It's exactly what I've talked about I've mentioned that multiple times. He's the bull god. He's the bull's god. Chaw. He blocks him. But then this guy defeats him. Of course, he's infinity, so, really what exactly that all means, that the bull god or, the devil or something, he can't beat infinity, he can't beat the time or what, it's really significant. But I just don't know how to put it all together at the moment. I just seen this video like 5 minutes ago, and I figured I'd post a video about it. So anyway, I've made a ton of videos on Michael Jordan. Just want to point this out again. When I was talking about the 106, the first time that he retired was on 10/6, kind of like 106.
April 18th.
I'm sorry about that. Once again, my iTunes just goes off for no reason, so I have to be doing something. But anyway, the first time he retired was 10/6. It was even after his 9 seasons playing basketball, wearing number 23, so 923. And you know what? I never looked at his number in baseball either. His number in baseball was, all right here anyway, 35. That's so significant to today and the Nebraska Cornhusker game and whatnot. So, wow. Never looked at that before. Very, very interesting. All Herbie and, oh, wow. I'll talk about that when I talk about the Nebraska stuff. But anyway, so he retired on 10/6 after 9 seasons wearing number 23. He came back wearing number 45. He played 22 games, and on the 23rd game, he came back wearing number 23. But then he retired again And then he came back again, and he played with the Wizards. I mean, I know I made videos on this before. I'm just doing this on the spot. I can't even remember it all. But when he came back, I remembered that the very last game that he played was against Philadelphia. And the Pope is in Philadelphia right now. And also, it talked about at 1:45, Jordan was intentionally fouled by Eric Snow and stepped to the line to make both free throws. After the second foul shot, blah, blah, blah. After the second foul shot, the 76ers inbounded the ball to rookie John Salmons, who in turn was intentionally fouled by Bobby Simmons 1 second later, stopping the time so that Jordan could return to the bench. So that means that Michael Jordan retired with 1:44 left in the game. So, of the last game he ever played in Philadelphia even, with 1:44 left. I mean, that's very significant. It just talked about all the 1:44 in the last video with Pope Francis. He even gave a speech in Philadelphia at 1:44 p.m. and, well, West Coast, but still. They wanted you to see that, because why else would they only show East and West Coast? Whatever. It's just crazy. Michael Jordan is even number 9 on the Dream Team. Everyone knows him for number 23, but on the Dream Team he is number 9, so the 923. Like I said, he wore 45 for 22 games, and then he switched back to 23. He was also number 12 one time, and that was on Valentine's Day. And even with all the Nebraska stuff, I talked about how 12 has been very significant. But anyway, I looked up his daughter, because I knew there was something about Michael Jordan's his daughter's shoes or whatever. And all I can find now is Jasmine addresses gay something, blah, blah, blah. And just crazy, because it turns out that his daughter's gay. Michael Jordan demon, okay. Yeah, I know there was an article about Michael Jordan and his daughter wearing the new pair of Air Jordans or something like that. That's why I typed that in. But it just brings me to stuff about his daughter coming out as gay or whatever. And Jasmine Jordan is her name. Interesting in gematria, Jasmine Jordan, 133. Yeah, the last tons of videos I talked about that. That's the day Pope Francis became the Pope, 13-3. Even in Pythagorean gematria, 52. Michael Jordan is 52 this year. I mean, there's tons of significance to it. Michael Jordan even equals 59, I believe. 59. Coded around black people. Also 113. Just like Kobe Bryant. I mean, come on. Interesting, too, I've talked about Nebraska black shirts and all kinds of stuff with Nebraska and the number 41. Well, Kobe Bryant and Pythagorean, 41. And this will be he's actually played 1,500 games exactly before this season begins. 1,500 regular season games. So my prediction is that he's going to play 0 games this year, or he's going to play all 82 and maybe sit out a bunch, and maybe they're going to make the playoffs, and then they're going to, it's going to add a few games. He's going to play 82 games to make it 1,582. Because if he plays 1,582 games this year, 1,582, well, that's when the Gregorian calendar began. 1582, the year 1582. And next year, on 10/5 or 10/15, it's kind of complicated, but next year in October, it will be the 434th year of the Gregorian calendar. So, makes me wonder. I mean, that's just my guess. I'm guessing that he's going to play 82 games. The Lakers are going to probably make the playoffs because he's going to sit out a few games. Maybe they're going to win it all. I don't think they will, but who knows? I just think that they're going to try to get him to either be 1582 Or maybe he's only going to play like 15 games to be 15-15. But it's going to be he's not going to go out on something ridiculous. It's not, I mean, maybe he's not going to play at all, just to leave it at even 1,500. But my guess is that he's going to play 82 games next season and then retire. But who knows? Also, next year will be 34 years after 1982. So it would fit to be that or whatever. 343, or I mean 434, whatever. And then it would be 34 years after 1982. And the last thing I just want to mention is they have this article that came out today, I assume. It says NASA teases major Mars mystery solved to be revealed at press conference set for Monday. Monday, the day of the blood moon, whatever. Or it actually starts, well, in Lincoln it starts at 7:11 on tomorrow night, but or tonight, because it's 3 in the morning, but yeah, just interesting. You know, I've talked about all the Space Jam stuff that deals with aliens and whatnot. So that's kind of what this whole press conference, they're teasing you to think that's what they're going to do. It's probably not even going to be that. You know, it's probably just going to be something like, oh, we found a possibility that life could be there, like they've always been saying. It's probably not going to say, oh yeah, there's aliens on Mars. But it's just interesting they would have this article and they're teasing you. It comes out on the day of the blood moon, and then you just think of the Space Jam Michael Jordan stuff. I mean, I don't know. Like I'm saying, I've been documenting it forever. I just wanted to point it out, I guess. And before I end it, one last thing. So Michael Jordan retired here, or, well, I can't even think here. But he came back in 94 or 95. And like I said, he was wearing number 45 and played 22 games before he came back wearing number 23. But look, he only played 17 games. I've been talking about 17 and 71 like crazy. And I said that it all had to do with September 26th. He averaged 26.9 points per game in that regular season. 26.9, kind of like 9/26, the 269th day of the year. I mean, that's pretty strange stuff. And I've talked about the number 60 over and over with Nebraska and tons of other stuff, but 60 has been coded lately, like tons. And he came back to play for Washington. He played 60 games, and he averaged 22.9, 922. He was born on 2/17, February 17th. He had 217 days of that. It takes you to 922, September 22nd, the day Pope Francis became the Pope, or the day Pope Francis came to the United States. I mean, 22.9? No way. I mean, that is some crazy, crazy stuff. I don't even believe that any of these stats are real. I think that it's just manipulated and faked. And if it is real, it's just absolutely unbelievable that it could be that. I mean, absolutely unbelievable to me. It's crazy. It's magic. There has to be. I mean, there's no other way. And who knows? I don't know how it's done. But there's just something fishy about it. Maybe it's not magic. Maybe it's... Who knows? I mean, but even like, so his 1985 season in the playoffs, 1985, we talked about Back to the Future tons of times. I mean, look at this stuff. 85, he had 5.8 rebounds a game, 8.5 assists per game, and then the 923 points per game, 29.3. I mean, but they put 0.3, that's a date, 329, the 88th day of the year. And I mean, just so happens to be in the year that Marty McFly time travels. I mean, come on. That's pretty strange stuff. And I mean, yes, there's other stats here, but I mean, the three main stats are assists, rebounds, and points, and you know Michael from points. Everybody knows Michael from points. So interesting that the points would be that, but just going to leave it at that. Shouldn't even have drug it out this long. I just kind of started researching some more. really got to go to bed. So have a good night.